If you're holding dinar or dong, pay attention. Welcome back to the dinar current. If you own Iraqi Dinar, IQD, or Vietnamese Dong, VND, stop scrolling, this isn't a rumor. Right now, in restricted financial circles and behind locked doors, the very first stage of the long-awaited revaluation has quietly begun. Confirmed private exchanges, silent confirmations, and limited redemptions are surfacing. You're watching Dinar Current, where we cut through hype, separate fact from fiction, and track what's truly unfolding in the global currency market. Subscribe and strap in, because today we're breaking down what's really happening, and how it could reshape your financial future. For years, the chatter has been filled with recycled promises, "It's happening tomorrow," headlines that always fizzled. But this moment is different. Verified movements are happening, not in public view, not on evening news, but within secure financial corridors. Over the last 48 hours, reports have emerged again and again, all pointing in the same direction. Selective exchanges of IQD and VND are live. These accounts don't come from random chatter. They come from Tier 1 and Tier 2 insiders, bank contacts, military-adjacent personnel, and vetted redemption center employees. Different sources, different regions, but the same story. Hand-picked individuals are being called in quietly, not with press releases, but through coded alerts and encrypted messages. This isn't mass cash-outs. This isn't millions pouring out. It's a measured rollout, what many are now calling Phase 0, or pre-release redemption. The system is being tested, calibrated, and synchronized. It's proof the engine is running, and the infrastructure is live. No, you can't walk into your local branch tomorrow and demand full exchange. That moment hasn't arrived. But this is the quiet heartbeat before the sprint. And for those who've held patiently, it means you're not late, you're early. How we got here. This shift didn't appear overnight. Iraq has been steadily rebuilding, restructuring its economy, leveraging oil revenues, reducing debt, and strengthening its banking system. These weren't splashy headlines, but deliberate moves laying the groundwork for something larger. From 2021 to 2023, forums and chats buzzed with speculation. Yet nothing materialized because one critical element was missing: alignment with the U.S. Treasury. Without regulatory backing and system integration, talk stayed just talk. Then in 2024, the tone changed. Subtle moves began: tightened currency spreads, stricter controls on cross-border transfers, quiet tax adjustments. Vietnam followed with reforms hinting at a controlled float of the dong. Meanwhile, major U.S. banks started rehearsing exotic currency intake procedures internally: staff briefings, back-end rate tests, dry runs. And then, August 1, 2025, the whispers grew louder. Appointments were being booked. Controlled exchanges were underway. For the first time, the shift was real. What slight exchanges really mean? You may have heard the term, slight exchanges. They're not large-scale, but they are incredibly important. These are low-volume, invite-only redemptions, conducted not for profit, but to stress-test the system. These aren't random people off the street. They're Tier 4A insiders, military contractors, vetted groups, long-standing private holders. They're bound by NDAs, exchanging small amounts, and confirming that the infrastructure, rates, codes, digital sync, is working in real time. One insider, a former Treasury IT specialist, described seeing an IQD rate flash at $1.38 on a live screen for nearly a minute before resetting. The exchange still went through manually, and the funds were confirmed. That's not speculation. That's proof the system is no longer theory. It's live. The story of Daniel. To put it in perspective, let's consider Daniel, a 61-year-old retired Navy officer. Pragmatic, disciplined, and not easily swayed by hype, he began holding dinar after careful study back in 2011. Last week, Daniel received an encrypted message: phase confirmed. Appointment secured. NDA required. Within hours, he drove to a discreet redemption location. Inside, security was tight. No phones, full surveillance, strict paperwork. At the exchange desk, his IQD was verified. The rate offered, $1.42 per IQD and 31 cents per VND. He didn't cash in everything, just a portion. His funds were placed in a hold account, visible and confirmed, pending full public release. This is what a slight exchange looks like. Quiet, confidential, and real. Why preparation matters. If you're an everyday holder, quietly keeping your notes in a safe or hidden drawer, here's the truth, you're not chasing a fantasy. You're simply early. Now is the time to focus not on if it will happen, but how ready you'll be when it does. That means, verify your currency is authentic and well preserved. Keep your IDs, passports, and proof of purchase in order. Know who to contact when redemption notices go out. When the public phase begins, confusion will be everywhere. Preparation will be the difference between clarity and chaos. Strategy for the rollout. Exchanges won't all happen at once. They'll roll out in tiers. Tier 4A, the insiders, already testing. Tier 4B, the prepared public, likely you. Tier 5, the general public, coming in much later at retail rates. The first 72 hours of Tier 4B will be crucial. Banks may try to offer lower retail rates. Redemption centers, however, will provide contract rates, but with NDAs and structured payouts attached. So ask questions. Confirm rates on screen. Have a tax professional or advisor lined up beforehand. Don't rush. Scarcity is a tactic, not reality. Remember, sudden wealth can vanish as fast as it comes if not managed wisely. The real transformation isn't the cash in, it's what you do after. Final word. This isn't a drill. Controlled IQD and VND exchanges are happening. The revaluation process has started, quietly but unmistakably. If you're hearing this now, you're not behind, you're positioned. Stay alert. Stay organized. Stay ready. Because when the green light flashes, it won't matter who hoped. It'll matter who prepared. This is Dinar Current. History is moving. Be ready to move with it.